This is what I'm making today. No, this is what I'm gonna attempt to make today. Hi, Making Bone Gang. So here's the situation. I hit up my buddy Dean because he started tying flies, and I'm like, hey man, you should try making some feathered treble hooks because I got a few topwater baits that don't have feathered treble hooks, and I like feathered treble hooks on all my topwater baits. So next thing I know, I'm getting this in the mail. I mean, look at that. So instead of just putting these awesome hand-tied feather hooks on baits that I already had, I'm like, he made these. I should make a handmade bait to put these on. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully. Why don't you check out this quick clip of Dean tying these things while I go grab some things. And I'm gonna need to make some copies of this because definitely gonna mess that up a few times. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Welcome to my shed. I got copies made. Made that upstairs on my own scanner. Now I gotta get my piece of wood. Where's my wood? Here's my wood. I think this is basswood. Not really sure. I'm pretty much winging this entire thing. Got this in Tennessee. I was planning on doing some carving with it. Well, guess now I am going to be doing some carving with it. But I don't think we have bass big enough to eat a lure this size, so we're going to have to cut this down some. By the way, I want to show you what not to do. I got this lamp plugged into this splitter, which is also plugged into this light, which is also plugged into that fan. All that is plugged into that extension cord, which is plugged into that extension cord, which is plugged into another extension cord, which is plugged into the house. That's just stupid. So don't do that. Ever. And I need to cut this thing without wasting a whole lot of material because I still want to use this board for other things. Kind of wanted to carve a duck decoy out of it. Trying to get just what I need. Now we need to unplug a light to plug the saw in. Yeah. Terrible idea. That can't be good. And now I can't see anything. Lasers. Whoa. Things are happening. Yeah. Apparently that is not good enough. I have something for that. That's obnoxious. Haha! And now we have a block of wood. It's not exactly square. And I have sawdust in my Crocs. I don't like it. These scissors survive Hurricane Ida. This bait is definitely going to have some sort of a gangsta lean. If you look at that, that's still not square. But we need to get this attached to this so we can cut it correctly. I don't have the right glue. I think I'm going to make this the top this way. Make the bottom a little bit slender, top a little larger. I wonder if super glue will make this work. It's all I have. Where is it? Hey, there it is. That's interesting. How do you work this little doodad? Someone help me! Instructions. Prepare surface. Remove cap. Press tip down on surface to dispense glue. What? Ha! Look at that. Well, it's weird. Hey, what do you know? It worked. Someone's being a good boy. Is it you? I honestly can't believe that worked. You can see it's a little cockeyed, got a couple angles, not exactly square, but that's what you get for not starting out with a square piece of wood. Now it's time to get this little taper here on the back end, figure out how to do that. I guess it's gonna look like that. Not looking too bad. Still a little janky, but it's getting smooth. Starting to look round. I'm still thinking this head is way too fat for this tail. If this thing was longer, it might work, but I think I'm gonna have to cut a little bit of this off. Maybe. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that would be a better size for the head. It's kind of better. Hopefully some sanding and some carving will make it work, I guess. It's not too bad. This would definitely go a lot smoother if I had the right tools. So if you guys really love this video, love seeing me make these lures, leave that in the comments. And if this video blows up, then maybe we'll start making some more lures. But until then, I can't afford to buy new equipment. Speaking of buying new equipment, if you guys want to buy a new hat or a new shirt, I'm not exactly wearing any of them, but you can go to shopPelicanBoneOutdoors.com and pick you up some merch, help me afford some gas to go fishing, or, you know, if you like me making lures, you can help me buy some equipment. You know, if you want. I have these carving tools, so I don't know if these are going to do me any good. Probably not, because this is all rusted, apparently. But these were made for you know, bigger carving things. I don't think, yeah, no, I don't think it's going to help me at all. But maybe this pocket knife will. If not, I got to go inside and try and find my X-Acto knives. Yeah, I'm thinking the X-Acto might be the better way. Oh no, it's taking it off. I'm still thinking X-Acto. Oh, yep, that's taking too much. Oh, I'm still gonna need the X-Acto for the detail. Let me go get that. Alright, well, I found my blades. Pack of my pocket there. Found my blades with X-Acto knives. Couldn't find my handle. So, I took my wife's. Do me a favor, don't tell her. Because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna forget to bring it and put it back. And I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh, and I stole this off her desk, too. I don't know what you call that thing. I'm just gonna call it a sanding stick. Probably come in handy. Oh yeah, much better. Whoops, did a little too much off the top there. I don't think it's coming out half bad. I managed to square off some of it with this little doodad here, just filing it down and sanding it. Now I need to hollow this out. To make the popper so it'll go like it's supposed to. I have a Dremel tool. Problem is I don't have what you call a burr bit to get down in there. All I got is these little diamond things. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I guess there's really only one way to find out. God, I had it plugged in. This little ball bit right here ought to be perfect if it cuts the wood and doesn't just burn it. Getting nowhere fast with that one. What does this one do? Key is I gotta make sure not to go straight in like that, because then it'll pop out the back of the lip. And the reason I left this bottom lip long is I'm kind of hoping too that I can pop it, and then if I just steady retrieve that it'll kind of want to do that number. Maybe even dive a little bit. Probably not. But if it wiggles, that'd be great. I guess that's good enough for a rough cut. Might be able to go back with those little burr bits and have to sand that smooth. Kind of busted that lip a little bit. Maybe we can go with the little burr bit, not the burr bit, what they call that thing? That diamond bit thing that wasn't working. Yeah. Maybe we'll be able to smooth it out at least. It's the wife. Don't tell her I'm using your X-Acto. Well, that was close. Maybe I can draw it with the pencil a little bit better so I can actually see what I'm doing. That's good enough. Figure it out from there, I reckon. Whoa! Take it easy there. Alright, I really want to spend more time on this, but I also really want to catch a fish with it today. And I don't want to run out of time. And you can see this side doesn't look nearly as good. This is the first side. That's the second side. What I'm doing now is probably messing it up. I can't get any of this here super glue to come out. I'm trying to seal it with the super glue, but this weird freaking contraption here. Oh, that ain't good. I don't know how this stuff's supposed to work. Oh, there it goes. It's coming out now. Problem is, it's not coming out good enough. This is probably going to be a disaster. They just give you a regular bottle of super glue. Alright, now that it's all covered in super glue, and so am I, it's time to put the line tie and the hook hangers on. Figure that out. By the way, the whole super glue and line tie thing, I didn't come up with that, unfortunately. Seen a guy do it on YouTube. Did a little research before I started this whole thing. Didn't want to waste a complete day. Alright, time to put these things in, and then we gotta get the painting. Gotta try and get this thing centered and straight. Yeah, pretty much just winging it at this point. See if we can get this thing to go in there. Might as well go ahead and do the back one too while we're at it. Oh, you're sliding. You're sliding. It's good enough for government work. There we go. It's not too bad. Yep. Alright. Super glue again. Problem is, this super glue does not want to come out to where I can fill it. And I need to fill, not just... Well, I might be filling a hole. Alright, we're going to shove this thing down in there now. Oh yeah. Yes sir. Yes sir. Just for good measure, I'm going to put some super glue around it too. I like them apples. Same thing with the butt. And same thing with the belly. Uh-oh. Something went wrong. I don't think I'm getting that out there. We have to get that out of there. No. Well, that's interesting. If you ever wondered if the super glue was going to hold that in there, there's your answer. I cannot get this thing out of here. Something went wrong. Something went terribly, drastically wrong. I'm going to have to think about this. Alright, there you go. That's it in the daylight. Now you can actually see it. I feel like we should go see if this thing floats before we go too much further in painting it all. Definitely going to do this again where I can take more time and get them details a little bit better. But it ain't too bad for the first one. Let's go see if she floats. Yep. Definitely wants to lean to one side or the other. I think we're going to have to put some weight in the back. I think I'm going to have to put a little lead weight right there. Because you kind of want it to sit like this on a popper. That back end kind of sagging a little bit. I know the hooks will add a little bit of weight, but I think we need to add just a tad. Let's go do that. Dude's already trying to eat my bait. We ain't even painted it yet. That's one way to do it. That'll definitely keep it where it wants to sit straight up too, having that weight on the bottom like that. This file's been through IDA too, in case you couldn't tell. Now it's time for the paint job. Guess we're just gonna start with a coat of white. Fortunately, I have an airbrush. Unfortunately, my air compressor did not survive Hurricane Ida, so we're gonna be using fingernail polish and a permanent marker. Let's see what this looks like. I guess we should try it on something else first, huh? It's a piece of paper. Alright, so it's basically just a gray glitter. But does it make it gray, or is it just clear with gray glitter? No, it's pretty much like a dark silver. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I want to paint this top real dark with this glitter. Oh yeah, that'll work. Just have to put a heavy coating on there because I want the top to be pretty dark, or at least darker than the rest of the bait. Have to put it on there kind of thick and heavy. Maybe I should have painted it black first. Kind of late now. I'm just gonna keep making excuses and chalk it up to this is our first one. Are you supposed to put multiple coats with fingernail polish on fingernails and stuff? Like let it dry and then do it again? Oh yeah, it's getting darker the more you put on it. I guess I need to let this dry and then put a second coat on. But I guess while waiting for it to dry, we can always do the mouth. Ooh, fire! That red is fire! Yeah, I need to get my airbrush working. Let that dry too. It's looking better. Put a couple more coats on the top. Got an extra coat in that mouth. Real red. I want some chartreuse on this thing. I got these markers. I don't know, this is those Spike It markers. Well, you can color your soft plastic baits, so we're gonna see what it does with this. Probably ruin the whole daggum thing. Smells like garlic. It's not looking too bad. I don't know if that's even gonna stay on there or work or not. Everything I'm putting on there is basically wiping off that white paint. Not supposed to be mixing all these things, I'm sure, and that's probably why. But it's hard to do when you don't have the right stuff to do it with. But we're making it work. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna catch a fish. And I'm gonna, well, let's test this out again before I go willy-nilly crazy. Yeah, it's just glitter. So I'm gonna try and put this over. Oh, yeah. That is fantastic. Look at that. Can you see that? Probably not, because the video is sucking. Super sparkly. Alright, now that we got this thing looking halfway decent, I'm gonna use the screen method to try and get some scales on it. Just to let you know, this is so not gonna work the way it's supposed to. I think that's it. Whoa! A little bit. Can you see those? No, you probably can't. Can you see that? Sweet! So now we got this, it's time for, I guess, the finishing touches. Can't have a fish without an eyeball. And since I don't have the correct eyeballs, we have some Craft Googly Eyes. Super glue! Drop the eyeball. Wow, that's stuck relatively quickly. And there we go. Ha! There's no way that stays on there past one fish. But I mean, look at that. Tell me that doesn't look awesome. So does that one. So does that one. Not to mention that one. What do I do? I think that's the one. Got the bait. We got the old collapsible telescoping, whatever you want to call it, Shakespeare cheap rod and reel. Mainly because we're going to be fishing from underneath some trees, and this thing only extends, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 foot at the most, so it's easier to cast a little bit. But we're going to stop off at this little pond right here. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, probably should have tested this thing out again in the pool pond now that it was done, to make sure that it actually floated before we came all the way out here. There you go. All right, here it is, first cast. It floats. Oh, listen to that. It works. No way. Dude. That's the best popping sound I've ever heard. Let's see what happens when I reel it. Oh, it does. Look at it, like a wake bait. Holy crap, dude, it's working. Oh, I'm so stoked. I am so stoked. Dude, no way. First bait ever. And it came out that good. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, we're gonna go back where the water's cleaner, where I caught those fish yesterday. Quit messing around in this little here pond. It's for child's play, for people who don't make their own lures. Now this alligator's coming. I'm sure you're a nice guy and all, buddy, but you're not getting my bait. Casts pretty well. Casts pretty well. It's a funny word. No! No! Pain in the butt. Alright, we're moving. Dang it, Sam. I'm just here trying to fish. There's a bigger alligator right there, so we're gonna postpone that for a little while. Not because I'm worried about the alligators, because I'm worried about my fishing bait. Dude, seriously? Come on, bruh. Go play over there, Sam. Go by your brother. Look, he's sitting right there. Just trying to fish. Fine, I'll move. Don't worry. Oh, right there. Right there by the bank. Oh. Right there by the bank. It's official. What? Look at that. No way. Caught a fish. All right, I don't know what just happened with the GoPro, but it died. But there you go, boys. Check it out. First bass on the first lure I ever made. Super stoked. That makes me proud. All right, I don't want to keep this guy out of the water too long. There you go, little buddy. Pew, he gone. All right, I don't know what was wrong with this thing. Battery still seems to be good. Was that lens dirty the whole time? I just wiped it. Hope it wasn't too bad. Well, sun's going down, about to lose daylight. Fish ain't exactly jumping on the hook, but that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this one, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you let me know in the comments if you want to see a better version of a video like this where I make a bait and go out and use it. So glad we got to catch at least one fish on this thing. I'm probably gonna retire it. Probably ain't gonna fish with it anymore, just hanging on the wall. And that'll be great. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you on the next one.